Would you like to learn how I created the most popular Facebook post I have ever created? The organic reach was absolutely massive, and this has been a big reason why I have managed to get around about 5,000 likes in the last 2 weeks. Okay, this post here has been my most popular and most successful post to organic traffic. So if I just show you right now, I've had nearly 6 million people reached. 6 million. That is enormous. It's had nearly 49,000 shares. It's had nearly 5,000 reactions, and it's had nearly 2,000 comments. So what I'm going to do in this tutorial, or this podcast, which is day 14, is I am going to show you step by step how I created this, and I'm going to recreate it for you. Something that I normally encourage is to create video. And the reason why is because video is much easier to form an emotional connection with the audience. However, if you make a custom image like this, then it will have virtually the same impact. Okay, as long as it has an emotional, highly emotional quality about it, that it really tugs on people's heartstrings. It really makes people encouraged to actually share, like, and engage with it. Then you will have a successful post. And like I said, this has been responsible for a lot of my 9,000 likes on this page, which I literally started only a month and a half ago. Okay, so let me show you exactly how I did it. So what I did was I went to Picmonkey, okay? And Picmonkey is free software, picmonkey.com. It's free photo editing or image creating software. Okay, so you can upload an image and you can doctor it. You can add overlay images on top of a canvas, which is something I did a lot with YouTube and actually was responsible for my first ever viral YouTube video. Okay, so what you can do is you can edit a current photo and upload it from your computer, or you can literally just press edit a photo and it will give you a kind of default picture that you can mess around with. Okay, so I had the idea of creating this post, and essentially, and this is another bit I'm going to show you in the step-by-step, I needed to use custom colors here. Okay, so for this particular page, I wanted this to really appeal to the Labour Party supporters. And this is the Labour colour, and the opposition to the Labour Party is the Conservative Party, and this is the Conservative Party's colour. Okay, so I needed to get those exact colours in order to be able to make this image. Okay, so going back to Picmonkey, let's start from the start. So the first thing I did was I cropped the image first. So this has to suit Facebook's image guidelines, okay? If you can go within Facebook's image guidelines, then you're going to have a nicely created image on your Facebook page. So the dimensions are either landscape or portrait, to use 1280 by 720, okay? So if I was going to do it by landscape, what you do first is you go to this far left icon at the top and you go to crop, and then you scale the photo, because if you go beyond the actual resolution of this photo, then it won't actually let you create anything bigger. So you have to put scale photo and it will create any size you want. So it would normally be 1280 by 720. Okay, and this is usually what you would use to create a landscape photo and a thumbnail for YouTube, and also a thumbnail for Facebook. But I'm going to show you how to create an image in portrait. So you can either do it in landscape like this, and then you just put apply and create it. And if you want to do it in portrait, you do 720 by 1280. Okay, so the other way around. Okay, so I'll apply that. And now I have the image size that replicates this image here. All right, so the first thing I needed to do was I needed to find Labour Red. Now, if you are looking to find a custom colour, if you see a colour on the internet that you really like, you really want to use, then what you should do is you should put the web colour. You should put whatever website it is. So let's say Facebook Blue web colour. Okay, that is what you're going to need. Okay, so let me just put Labour party web color. Okay, and then this gives me some options. Okay, so if I just click into here, then it will give me the different party colors. Okay, so I want this one. So I'm going to copy that, go back to Picmonkey, and then I choose a canvas color. Okay, so you enter it right here. Okay, so this is where you enter the web color of whatever color you are trying to replicate. Okay, so I'll just go paste that in there, and there is the red. As you can see, the exact same red as you can see here. All right, so we've got the red. Now we need the blue. However, we can't actually split this in half. It can't be done. You need another image to overlay on top of this one to get the different colors on the same image. Okay, so as you can see here, the Conservative Party, or the Tories, this is their web color. Okay, so all I did was I zoomed right in, and then I made a screenshot out of this color. Okay, so on the Mac, you can just literally just press Command Shift and 4, and then you can choose whatever, you know, screenshot you want to take on the page that you want to take a screenshot of. So I'm going to go for blue. There are other tools you can make. So for instance, you could take a print screen of this on Windows, and then you can use one of these crop software websites where you can actually crop it and take out everything that you don't want. Okay, so we've got these screenshots. We go back to the editor, and then we go to the butterfly icon, which is where you add an overlay. So yes, I want to apply the canvas color. It's done that for me. So we'll say add your own overlay. Now there's a number of custom overlays, so you can just overlay an image on top of an image, or overlay a sticker, or overlay something that, you know, you want to add to this. So for instance, you can add stars and stripes, you can add kind of baby shapes, you can add hearts, stars, symbols, all sorts via Picmonkey for free. But I'm going to overlay something from my computer. All right, so if I go to my desktop, is where everything gets saved, and there we have the screenshot. Okay, so I'm just going to add that, and then there it is. And then all you need to do is just, because obviously when I screenshot it, it was about this size. So I'm just going to put it down here, and then I am going to increase it to as much as I need to. Okay, so now we've got our colors there. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to add text to the actual photo. Okay, so if we go back to here and we click on the actual image, you can see all the text I used. Okay, so let's go back to the editor. You go to where it's got the capital T and little t if you want to add text. And then there we are. And then you just add text. All right, so I'm going to put exactly the same text that I put in this really good post. So Labour will save the NHS. Okay, so we got some basic text here, and as you can see, this is quite enormous. All right, so you can actually make the size of this text smaller than the size of this text. All right, and that is what we're going to do here. Okay, so let's just highlight what we want to change in size, and then we just literally drag the size dot down until we've got the size that we want. Okay, so that looks like it would be quite nice. So we've got that. We now need to centralize it so it looks pretty much similar, and then we need to edit the color. So we're going to edit this so that it's white. Okay, and look at that, we've already got this in just kind of minutes. Okay, fund the disadvantaged, end 0 hours contracts. Okay, so now we have essentially exactly the same text, and we can make this bigger as well if we want to. Let's just put this to, let's put this to 95. Okay, there we are. Okay, so we've got that side done. Okay, let me just reduce that a bit because some of it looks like it's slightly too much to the edge. Okay, so we got that. Now we've got to add the Tories bit. So we go back to the editor and we add more text. Okay, and what we can do is we can essentially copy this, go to our text, and then just enter it, and then we can change it to Tories will. We'll get rid of a few of these because it's not really important, not for this. Okay, so and then we will just basically create the opposite text for Tories to what I've put for Labour. So just put decrease your wages, tax the rich and help the poor. Okay, we'll just leave it at that for now. Okay, and now you can see that literally in minutes I have created the exact image. Now the important thing about the image is not necessarily the creation of it, but it's more what it says, it's the content of it. Okay, but you've got to make sure that you deliver that content in a vibrant way. Okay, so if I go back to this, if I literally just put in the text, if I literally just put in the status, Labour will blah blah blah, Conservative will blah blah blah, in normal text, most people wouldn't see it, and it certainly wouldn't be attractive enough to share on your timeline or share to the newsfeed or share to other groups. It wouldn't have that kind of same attraction because it would look very boring if it was basically presented like this. So if you've got something powerful to say that will have an emotional connection with the audience you serve via your Facebook page, then presenting it in this way is the best way possible. And certainly in an eye-catching way, as this post has managed to demonstrate. Okay, so we now have our image. So all we do is we just save it. And we'll just put page image. Save it as a Sean file because Sean is the highest quality and it will make sure it's presented the best way without being pixeled or looking, that like it's untidy or anything like that. So once you have it saved, all you have to do then is just literally go to your Facebook page and then you share a photo or video. Okay, so we'll just do that right now. So upload photos, video. We've got our page image here. And now it's loaded. Now all you need to do is put something here that encourages sharing. Okay, so make sure that you put like or react, comment, and share this post. And by doing that, what will happen is people will do it. If you put the call to action, what you need to do is you need to put a good headline in your text. Okay, you need to put something that really inspires people to actually press it. So in this instance, people think the Tories will definitely win and Labour has no chance. So this is an emotional pull on the Labour audience. So, people think the Tories will, in capital letters, win. And then react, comment, and share this post so they can see what they are voting for. So people can see what they are voting for. Okay? And then publish, and then I have got an exact replica of the post I just did. So what you've learned in here is exactly how to go to Picmonkey and create the image that you want to create in a compelling way, in an attractive way. You can use better colours than I've used here. I've used the colours that reflect the party because this makes it more relevant. Okay, because people will associate with the colours. Red is Labour, blue is Tories. But for you, you may want to use something else that's attractive, something that essentially matches the message that you're saying. The brand and the message, if you want to make them combine quite nicely, is to use the colours of that particular brand, or use a colour that makes the post look attractive so people will share it. Okay, so now you know the process of basically cropping the picture so it fits Facebook's size guidelines. You know how to change the canvas color, you know how to add overlays, you know how to add text and duplicate text, and now you are on your way to creating really good posts that hopefully have the same impact as the post that I created. Now, I created this last week, and it, as I said, it reached nearly 6 million people, and it allowed me to add so many people to my page, literally via going to the reactions, because you are capturing the people who have interacted with your page when they interact with it. So what you do is you just then press invite. So this has got a double benefit. Not only can you get shares and engagement happening with your post, but when it goes out to people, you can actually then capture them like fish in a net and bag them, okay? Bag them, invite them, and make the most out of that really viral post. So now you know how to create an incredibly good post for Facebook. And like I said, this one has been extremely well because of everything I've told you in this tutorial. It's emotional, it packs a punch, the colours are really good, the image is absolutely suitable for Facebook, and it encouraged sharing because I put in the post, share this on your timeline to make people see what they're voting for. Okay, so give people a call to action. They are more likely to actually take that call to action and subsequently get your post way out there. And hopefully, you can get it out to thousands of millions of people without needing an ad. This didn't need an ad. And to be honest, this has achieved way more reach than any ad I have created and has managed to make this page go from 0 to now nearly 10,000 likes. So there we are. That is how you do it. So I hope that this has helped you basically have the confidence to create awesome posts for your Facebook page. Because video is one thing, but if you want to create something a bit quicker, but still has that emotional pull on your audience, has still got that viral capability, then now you know how to do it with Picmonkey completely for free. So I hope that that's helped, and I will see you tomorrow for the next podcast episode.